Welcome to Many Magical Tales, short stories for kids by Christopher Durr. Thank you for joining us on another adventure.
Atlas Gray, Episode 3, Nova Terra. Atlas Gray signing back on. A couple of updates. First, the engines are back to being completely functional, which is fantastic. However, I don't know where we're heading next. Athena has started analyzing the map provided by the Centauri. She has prepared 3 route options: the new system, the existing path to Alpha Centauri, or the way back home to Earth. I have also sent a full report to EarthCom, including the new maps, this audio log, and a comprehensive written report. They won't be able to respond for another couple of days to the first message, and it will take time to get back to the Odyssey. That's why I've made the executive decision to begin the process of waking up Captain Zephyr James. It will take a week until he's back to normal and ready to assume command. I've made enough decisions on this trip. It's time to let someone take the lead and make the calls. Atlas Gray signing out. Atlas Gray signing back on. There is something severely wrong. We have what can potentially be an incredibly massive problem. Today, we were going to wake the captain, but the system for waking up the crew from hypersleep is fried, completely fried. The backup to the backup is also fried. This is a dire situation. Cosmo is working on a workaround as we speak. This is the worst possible scenario. Strangely, it doesn't seem to be affecting the system that keeps them alive and healthy. This issue is specific to the resurrection system. I can't explain exactly how it works. They gave me a brief overview. Athena theoretically should be able to handle it all herself with just our instructions, but it's malfunctioning. When we check the control panels, they're fried. Odds are this has something to do with the Centauri ship, likely unintentional, but it's a significant problem. I'm sending a red alert to EarthCom, letting them know exactly what's happening. If we can't get this system up and running and can't wake up the crew, we'll have to turn back to Earth. No two ways about it. We can't go to an unknown planet and expect to find resources there to fix the system. Maybe we can luck out, and somewhere in all the data that the Centauri ship sent us, there's a workaround or resolution, but I find it unlikely since they are not human. So here I am, out in the middle of nowhere with a full crew of 100 people who cannot be woken from deep sleep, just me, Cosmo, and Athena. Great, just great. I'm going back to the sleep chambers to see if Cosmo or Athena has made any progress. I doubt it because they would have notified me right away, but I don't know what else to do right now. Have I mentioned this is bad? Because this is bad. Atlas Gray signing off. Atlas Gray signing back on. Well, I don't know what to say. No luck, no progress. I don't know what we're going to do. I suppose the only thing we can do is turn back. But I'm going to wait to see what EarthCom has to say. Maybe the other ships that are months behind us can help. But that's a long time to sit out here idle, and the Centauri hinted that they aren't the only ones out here. We need to check all systems. We need to check everything. We need to know what has been fried and what is still functional. I find it incredibly hard to believe that this specific system is the only thing malfunctioning and the only thing damaged. Something just doesn't add up, and I can't explain it. Atlas Gray signing off. I'm back. We are in limbo. There is nothing that we can do. It seems that most of the ship is completely fine, as far as we can tell. Only the resurrection system has been compromised. The system was designed to support itself and keep going. In theory, people frozen in hypersleep could sleep for thousands of years, not aging, not dying, not living, just in limbo. Essentially, I have a ship full of coma patients, which is not a comforting thought. I'm getting incredibly impatient waiting for the signal back from Earth. We're getting very close to the time to start receiving messages back. I'm going to go watch a movie or play a game. The waiting and anticipation are gnawing at me. Atlas Gray out. Atlas Gray signing back on. Nothing. I've received nothing from Earth. Nothing at all. Not even the normal data dumps. Something is wrong, and most likely it's on our end. We're having issues receiving messages, I'm sure of it. we would have gotten something by now, another mountain to hurdle. No matter what, I'm going to keep doing these logs and updates because even if they aren't reaching Earth, they will be saved to the Odyssey system. Also, this is what I was told to do. Constant updates, constant talking, constant documenting. So, I'm going to do my job. Doing my job is all I can do at this point. Atlas Gray signing out. Atlas Gray signing on. No luck for anything. No luck getting the resurrection system working. No luck getting a transmission from Earth. Nothing. Just us. Alone out here in the middle of nowhere, waiting on something. Anything. I am now sending messages directly to the other ships that should have already launched, which are about 10 months behind us on this journey. Right now, we have nothing to do but keep waiting. The only good thing is we have an incredible view. As we drift through the endless expanse of space, I find myself spellbound by the beauty of the nebula outside the command center's windows. Its colors are vivid and stunning, a mix of blues, purples, reds, and yellows. It's incredible to know that in that nebula, stars are being born, and many of those stars will have planets. Many of those planets may one day have life, and some of that life may one day build starships and go explore the cosmos. It's pretty wild to think about how we're all just made of the same stuff inside this nebula. It's incredibly beautiful out here in space, but it's also incredibly lonely. All this space, all this vast expanse, and there's actually not much in it. I also miss home more than I ever have. I know I signed up for a mission that was scheduled to be almost 10 years. I get that, but I also don't think I quite grasped it that day when I signed up for it, or even on the day we took off. Now, I don't even know when the next time I'll see the crew is. It's likely that the only way they'll wake up is when we get back to Earth, and even if I left right now, that's almost a year away. In the end, it's just me, Cosmo, and Athena. I miss the beach, I miss the sand, I miss the ocean, I miss fishing, and I miss riding my skateboard. I miss my family, my sister, my parents, my dog. Atlas Gray signing off. Atlas Gray back on. Well, no signal. So, at this point, what would Captain Zephyr James do? He would analyze the situation, make a determination, and act. Since he is not awake to lead, I am acting in his stead. I will lay out the facts, and with the suggestions from Cosmo and Athena, we will act. First, our prime directive was as the lead ship on a mission to explore Alpha Centauri. Since then, we have made contact with a species from that system who has warned against proceeding. They have also given us a tremendous amount of invaluable data, including a map to a hopeful backup star system and planets. Next, we have a crew of 100 crewmates, completely locked in perpetual hypersleep due to the fried resurrection system, and lastly, we have not received communication from Earth despite our many emergency messages. Now, acting from this information, I believe our only course of action is to head back towards Earth and attempt to intercept the other ships on our way.
I concur with Atlas. I do not see any other option. To continue on or go to the new system without resurrecting the crew would be suicide.
I too have run the probabilities and believe that Atlas has chosen the most viable course of action. We must return to Earth.
Since we are all in agreement, I am sending a message to EarthCom that we are coming, whether they like it or not. I don't see another option. Atlas Gray out. It's me back on. Well, who else would it be, I guess? We are on the move. We are on our way to Earth, and we are continually emitting an emergency communication to EarthCom. It is incredibly unfortunate that we are cutting our mission short, but due to the circumstances and the information we hold on this ship, I'm sure EarthCom's General Tobias Whitaker will completely understand and feel I made the right decision. Also, who knows? Maybe after a couple of years back on Earth and a couple of other successful missions by EarthCom out of the system, I may join another crew in flight. But after this, I might be perfectly happy just going back to boring old Delaware and living a peaceful terrestrial life. I wonder how the wars are going. I hope it's all settled and peaceful when I get back home. It's a shame humans have spent so much time and energy fighting with each other. Just imagine if we spent the same effort, time, and resources on exploration, how much further we would be. Anyway, I'm going to rest and leave HAL 9001 in charge. Atlas Gray out. Atlas Gray signing back on. Finally, we've gotten a message from Earth. No basic data dumps, no regular updates. We have received one message deeply encrypted. Athena is currently decrypting the message security now so we can hear it.
The message has been successfully decrypted. Loading message now.
Attention Atlas Gray and the Starship Odyssey. This is General Tobias Whitaker at EarthCom. Firstly, you are not to return to Earth. There is a situation with a hostile new species on Earth, and we are under threat. They have not attacked, but they do not appear friendly. Right now, all of our launched ships from the fleet must continue and not return. Listen to me, Atlas. Do not return to Earth until I, and only I, give you the okay. Secondly, you have done incredibly well. You have proven to be an excellent choice. What we have received in your updates on the Zentari encounter is spectacular. While we have yet to receive the information they gave you, it may be the most important tool to deal with the current situation on Earth. Please limit all communications during this time. Continue to update, store them on the ship, and only provide occasional updates when something is incredibly important. With that being said, we are advising you to go to the new planet from the Zentari map. We do not have information about this planet, and typically sending you there would be malpractice. However, I do not want to send you into an active war zone in a warring system, and I cannot have you return to Earth right now. Our only viable option is to send you and the other ships to the new system. You are officially in charge of the Odyssey. You will head to the planet, orbit it, and stay in orbit until the other ships arrive. After the other ships arrive, they will resurrect their crews, and then transfer their systems to the Odyssey to resurrect your crew. The Odyssey's crew and the other ship's crew will explore, investigate, and build habitation on the new planet. When we have dealt with this new threat, we will figure out our next move. Eventually, we will send more crew and supplies. Depending on our situation, your mission may be more important now than it ever was. You have our hopes with you and our thoughts. As soon as we receive the Zentari information, I am hopeful that it will help us defend Earth and create a quicker way to your location. Your family and the family of the crew members from all of the fleet have been taken to secure locations and given top security. We do not need you to worry about their safety while you're out there. When we have more information on the new species, we will send it to you. You are to change directions and continue on your new mission, acting Captain Atlas Gray. So long, and may the galaxy light your way. General Tobias Whitaker, out.
Holy flying starship. Just wow. Unbelievable. What is happening on Earth? Who could they be? What are they? What could they want? And me leading a mission to an unknown planet. I'm going to need some time to process all of this. Athena, load up all information on the new planet, including how long it would take to get there on the best path. Send everything you can to my tablet. I'm going to my quarters. Atlas Gray signing off. Atlas Gray back on. We have recalibrated our destination. We are heading to the new planet we've dubbed Nova Terra, hoping it turns out to be the new Earth. I just got to name a planet. How cool is that? Imagine how jealous all my friends will be when they hear about this. According to Athena's calculations, we will not reach there for 4 months. We have a long journey ahead of us, so we might as well get started now. Athena, full power. Engage. I've always wanted to say that too. Atlas Gray signing off.
You have been listening to Atlas Gray, Episode 3, Nova Terra, brought to you by Many Magical Tales, written and produced by Christopher Durr. Please like, review or subscribe on your preferred podcast platform.